didn't know that women receive about 3/4 to every dollar that a man makes. It might not seem like a lot, but when you count the total amount that women were supposed to make, it is a lot. This is a chart I made, and you can see up here there's just $1.75 a woman makes, but as you increase the size of the amount of money, you can see how much of a change there is and how much we should have earned, and it's kind of really unfair that we didn't, especially when you get to the larger amounts, like $5,000. Women only made $3,750, and men made $5,000. That's not right at all. Women's rights should be equal to men's. We work very diligently, or even harder than men. We fought the government for more than 100 years, and most of the world's women have been fighting to gain their rights. Women work hard. Women do 2/3 of the world's work. That means men only do 1/3, and they still get 90% of the credit. Like in this pie chart, that's the amount of work women do, and that's the amount that men do. Women cultivate, plow, and harvest more than half of the food in the world. Even in the Sub-Saharan Africa and the Caribbean, they produce up to 80% of basic foods, and in Asia, about 50%. Although men do hold the majority of government offices, and women do often hold lower status jobs, but if a man held the same lower status job as women, they'd still make more. We fought the government for more than 100 years. The problem did not just start, it's just increasing in size about now. And it was a little while ago that Alice Paul, she confronted the government many times, and during World War II, there was a protective legislation that limited work hours and all these, like the maximum weight women could lift and where they could work. But when World War II came, all the guys had to rush and go fight the war, which meant that the women ran into the factories and worked. But they got paid less, which they argued about. But yet again, when companies they have to hire a lot of people, they usually lower the wages to get more money. And also, in the Declaration of Independence, they never say the word women. They all, like if you go through and you actually read it, the word men is printed throughout a little bit. You might see, like it might seem like they mean like human, but it's only men. There's no word of women. And most of the world's women have been fighting just around the world, and it's an issue everywhere. It's not just in the United States. For example, in Latin America, the Caribbean, East Asia, the Middle East, North Africa, the United States, and a lot more. And this is a chart pretty much around the world, and the orange is women and the blue is men. And you can see how much more the men make and how much work they actually do. And mostly everywhere, it's all over the place, and women do more work than men. And they hold a thing called the Beijing Special Session, and they've held it for many years, and they're just trying to get people to really fight for their rights. But yet again, many religions around the world, like it says in the Bible, it doesn't say anything about women's rights, so they don't believe in them. In conclusion, women deserve better for their hard work, the dedication that they put into their rights, and for their overwhelming perseverance around the world. Equality between men and women needs to happen. Something needs to change, because if nothing does, women, we're just going to be taken advantage of. Ladies, what are you going to do?